Hello friends and potential friends. I think I've mentioned a few times that there's a lot of metal laying around on this property. So much so that I've gotten into the habit of collecting it and throwing it in this pit whenever I find it. And there's all kinds of stuff in there. Some I recognize, some I don't. 2 or 3 bed frames, old lawn chairs, cables, barbed wire pipes, sinks. We even have the kitchen sink apparently. And so I'm just slowly gathering up my collection of metal. I put it out here as far away from the house as I possibly could, on the theory that by the time I have to deal with this, 2 or 3 more years should pass by, because it may take me that long to get out to cleaning up this section of this property. But not all the metal I find around here is scrap. I've found a number of coils of wire. That's high tension wire, I believe. I've found tools. I don't know whether you recognize this, but this is a large economy size pipe cutter. Not only that, I found 2 of them just laying out here in the fields. This morning I found this chain stretcher, found this hammer a while back. I think I've shown you the coils of barbed wire that are out in the scrap piles out by the tires. One that's kind of confused me a little bit for a while is one of the first tools I bought when I got here was a shovel. And then I started looking around and I started finding shovels. It's an important tool in a place like this. There's a couple of them that have seen better years, and this flat nose shovel is the one I've been using to scrape the chicken compost out of the coop. But out in the pasture I ran across these 2. Both of them were fairly close to the irrigation ditch, so I started thinking it makes sense to have a shovel close by when you may have to clean out the irrigation ditch. But then I started wondering, because I found this one. Now this shovel, let me get it out in the sunlight where you can actually see it. I found this shovel laying right over there near where I built the compost bin, under a piece of plywood. If you look at that handle, you can see that about 2 feet of it is all weathered and was sticking out from under the plywood. Then I moved the plywood and I noticed the rest of the handle looked in pretty good shape. And then I got down to the shovel head itself. This thing's still got a sticker on it. It's never been used. And I started thinking, what would possess somebody to lose a brand new shovel and then leave it lost? But then I started thinking back at all the digging I've been doing since I got here. Playing in the mud, cleaning out irrigation ditches, moving dirt and rock from here to there. And it started to kind of make sense to me a little bit. You know, operating that manual backhoe, as Brett at Swafford Family Homestead likes to call it, there'll be a link below, is hard work. So I'm beginning to understand why someone would try their best to lose a perfectly good brand new shovel. And there's so many of them around, it's going to take me a while to lose them all. But I may give it a try. And I'll see you next time.